Saprika Sridhara Maharaja Srila Sridhar Maharaja ki Jai Lakshmi Nrsimha Bhagavan Bhakti Vigna Vinasham Bhakti Vigna Vinasham Bhakti Vigna Vinasham Sarva Vigna Vinasham Sri Lakshmi Nrsimha Bhagavan ki Jai Maharaj Lakshmi Maharaj Shaparika Radha Madan Mohan Ji Radha Govinda Ji Radha Damodar Ji Shaparika Srila Gurudev Guru Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Tija Shatash Jagadguru Gurudev Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. So, it's simply needless to mention further. I'm so very happy to receive again in one of the holiest tirthas, the appearance place of Srila Guru Maharaj, His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridhara Maharaja. You must know, you all must know about this, that you are also very fortunate to be here in the divine birthplace, most holy birthplace of His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridhara Maharaja. So this is that very holy tirtha where Srila Guru Maharaj was not only born but also brought up. He grew up until his youthful time, and then from here actually he went out for taking higher educations, and then stayed in Kolkata for a while, and then from Kolkata, at Kolkata he met his Gurupada Padma in Bhagavad Gaudiya. This time he met his divine master, his divine grace, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada. Then at some point, at certain time, he came here to his birthplace and parents' residence for a while to take care of some important matters here. Then from here, he again went to Mayapur's Chaitanya Math, for permanent, forever. Went from here last week and went to Mayapur's Chaitanya Math. Thereafter also Kolkata Dhamma, and just forever, and from that time onward he was a permanent resident of Srila Prabhupada's temple, Sri Chaitanya Math, Ashaka, Sri Chaitanya Math, Srila Prabhupada's mission. Thus, this holy site, holy place, called Hapaniya village, this place in particular, and the whole Hapaniya village is full of, smeared with so many memories of Srila Guru Maharaj when he was known as Ramendra Chandra Bhattacharya. Prior to his, he joined permanently. Joined Srila Prabhupada's mission. So Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada's mission in Chaitanya Maharaj. He grew up over here. He spent from childhood, he almost spent up to his beautiful days. There is so much beautiful and sweet, mystical spiritual experiences in his life, even before he officially joined Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada's mission. He officially received initiation from him. He began, even before that, he began to have very wonderful mystical, divine spiritual experiences from his life. And it was also like his lifetime preparation. First step, first level of his lifetime preparation to go further, to embrace the next step of the higher lifestyle, spiritual life in relation to Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. We discover. Before joining Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada's mission, Srila Guru Maharaj was even so well versed in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, many other Vedic literature, scriptures. Since he was born and brought up in scholarly Brahmin family, Bhattacharya Brahmin family, so he naturally got that culture inherited, in his family. I repeat, he naturally had that, grew up within that high-class Brahminical culture. So it was like in their blood, in his constitution heritage, to have Vedic knowledge, to have knowledge over different Vedic scriptures, with feelings, some practices. So I simply feel so good, so beautiful and blissful to be thinking that now I am here, living exactly in Srila Guru Maharaj's own house. Guru Maharaj's own parents' residence, his residence, Purvasrama, before he took the life of renunciation. This is Guru Maharaj's own family house. Okay. So it's not different from Navadip Chaitanya Saraswata Matha. And thereafter at some point, the Guru Maharaj felt some special inspiration, very special inspiration to convert his parents' house, parents' residence into the temple. He talked to all his brothers or other relatives who are lawfully shareholding this place. The Srila Guru Maharaj was not one and only son of his parents, there are other brothers and sisters. They also legally shared the ownership of this place. And so Srila Guru Maharaj at some point So Srila Guru Maharaj at one time talked to all his brothers and sisters, and any other relative legally shareholding the ownership after their parents, and they all, after speaking with Guru Maharaj, they all gladly donated their share, their portion of ownership, yes, to Srila Guru Maharaj's mission. Guru Maharaj said, so after they all gave their parts, their portions in the service of the Guru Maharaj and Guru Maharaj's mission, then Srila Guru Maharaj accepted. He said right. So he arranged such a way that this place becomes transformed into a beautiful temple. He decided হরিবল, শোনো আমাদের হরি কথা হচ্ছে, বেশি কেউ আস্তে আস্তে কথা বলবে। Srila Guru Maharaj. Then Srila Guru Maharaj was very, very happy. So pleased upon receiving. All his brothers and sisters gave in charity a respectful donation in the service of Guru Maharaj's mission. Then over here in the village, and the deities who have darsana are all installed directly by Srila Bhakti Nandan Maharaj, with the special request and desire of Srila Guru Maharaj for him that he would be installing the beautiful deities over here in his holy birthplace, parents' residence. So Srila Sridhar Swami was very, very happy. Very, very happy. So he very happily accepted the request of Srila Guru Maharaj, and fulfilling his desire, his special desire, he came over and installed these beautiful deities on behalf of Srila Guru Maharaj. So here is my Guru Gauranga, Radha Gopinath deities are all installed under the precedence, under the divine guidance, precedence of His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Nandan Swami. And after many years since he took sannyas, renounced life, he actually came here. That was his last visit at Hapaniya. Okay. During that time there was no temple. So Guru Maharaj came and stayed in his youngest brother, Sripad Amarendranath Prabhu's house nearby. And there was pandal programs, big pandal programs, beautiful and grand spiritual programs of Harikatha, grand distribution of Mahaprasadam in this village, for 4 to 5 days, 4 to 5 day long. Spiritual program took place like seminars, in this place, in this locality, village. So, under the precedence of Srila Guru Maharaj. After all, Srila Guru Maharaj, the most respected and loved Ramendra Chandra Bhattacharya, he then, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhara Swami Maharaj came to visit his own birthplace after so many years. So all the village people practically broke Guru Maharaj just to see, hearing his Harikatha. And of course devotees around Guru Maharaj, all the Chaitanya Saraswati devotees accompanying Srila Guru Maharaj during that time. 4 to 5, remember exactly, at least 4 day long program went on. That was Srila Guru Maharaj last and final visit in this Hapaniya. And thereafter soon, So, now we are all so fortunate to be assembled, to be present in one of the holiest Jathai Vaishnava says Sthan Vrindavan. Wherever we find the holy connection, divine connection of the pure sadhus, pure Vaishnavas, Vrindavan Dham appears there. Magnanimity, glory of the pure devotees of the Lord, pure exalted devotees of the Lord. Because they carry Govinda. Lord Govinda lives within and out, in and out. They are surrounded by, they live in Sri Govinda, divine Govinda consciousness, Krishna consciousness. Tomar Hridaya Sada, Govinda Vishram. In your heart, Lord Govinda always rests. So Lord, a divine Lord Govinda, always resting, having pastimes, heart of Vaishnava Thakur. In other words, it is your heart is the residence place. Similarly, my pure devotees, my devoted lovers are also my life and soul. So, Srila Narottam Das Thakur, Srila Narottam Prabhu, many other Mahajanas, Srila Thakur Bhakti Vinod and many other Mahajanas chanted, sang the glories. Not only them, many other holy scriptures chanted, sang aloud, melodiously the divine glories of the pure devotees of Lord, and no less than the glories of Lord Himself, Supreme God Himself, Supreme Goddess herself. That's the way we find in the Holy Scriptures all over, not on one or two cases. As we find by quality and quantity, as we find so much glory, so much glories, lofty glories, noble glories of the Supreme Lord, Supreme God and Supreme Goddess, divine coupler are manifested, described, narrated. Similar way, as we find so much glories have been narrated and described, sang all throughout all the holy scriptures and through the words of many, many Mahajanas, many other exalted, realized devotees. Okay, the divine glories of the pure devotees, pure associates of Divine. Not different. So therefore it is also stated, it is also said, sometimes when we directly go to visit the direct Leela Sthuli, place of pastimes of the Supreme Lord, Supreme God, Supreme Goddess, then we may not receive so much blessings and grace, okay, so much, because it's too high for all of us. We cannot directly feel into it because it's too high. When light becomes too intense, we cannot see. Too low, we cannot see. When sound becomes too loud, we cannot hear. Too low, we cannot hear. So, when something comes to us, or something becomes too high to us, we cannot directly connect. How we can connect? Through His, her, through that divine He, divine sees, her servitors, the pure devotees. There we can connect because they are always so loving and full of blessings for us, gracious. Pure devotees of the Lord, pure devotees of the devotees of the devotees of the Lord, pure servitors of the pure servitors of pure servitors of the Lord are so full of blessings for us, full of blessing, compassion, mercy for us. Therefore, when we connect to them, when we directly connect to them, connect to their gracious shelter, graciousness, gracious spiritual connections, then actually through that connection we become more qualified to connect higher. Connect to the higher divine realm of the divine pastime, transcendental, transcending nature, so transcendental divine pastimes of Mahaprabhu and divine couple. So therefore, for us, the common devotees, is so much more beneficial, more beneficial to first connect to the grace, first connect to the pure devotees. Okay, first be connected to the pure devotees, to the holy sites, okay, like holy places, like their bhajanastali, their birth site, the sites of their activities, service activities, and accepting that grace, receiving some grace, receiving the grace as much as available from that connection. So, it's much more beneficial for us, again, for the common devotees, first to connect, to relate to the pure devotees, like anything connected with pure devotees, such as holy birthplace, okay, their bhajanastali, places of their leela activities, holy activities, and then simply be blessed. Simply be blessed with their divine grace in our life. As we receive connection of their divine grace, their mercy, anyway, that becomes a great capital, that qualifies us more to connect to the grace, divine grace and mercy to the divine couple Mahaprabhu. Okay, the more qualified way. Because power comes from that connection. that's why it is said. High class devotees, they will not only engage in only worshipping the deity, only directly worshipping the Lord, but also in worshipping His pure devotees, devoted lovers. Because connecting to their grace, to their life, to their devotional life, then we can directly feel inspired. We can be directly inspired by their examples of dedications, by their examples of devotional activities, life of devotion, and by feeling into that consciousness, by coming in that connection, we also receive some inspiration, special inspiration. Therefore, we find in many cases devotees, they simply love to come in contact with other higher devotees because they feel direct presence of the God, direct presence of the divine God and Goddess. Okay. In their relations, in their connections. So, that is the experience. That is the most beneficial spiritual experience. That whenever we come in contact with some high-class devotees, pure devotees of Lord, then we directly feel some pure connection of Krishna consciousness. Because all the consciousness they emanate, they spread, nothing but pure Krishna consciousness. So we feel directly inspired and absorbed, if we properly connect to them, absorbed in their holy Krishna consciousness, devotional consciousness, through their life of devotion. Because their exemplary devotion and dedication is so live and realistic in all their life activities. Nothing like imagination. Just you have to think of in a theoretical way, only ideal way, but realistically, we can feel that, we can feel to be a part of that pure devotional consciousness. Okay, from the life of a pure devotee, from the activities. Whatever they do, whatever they practice, however they live their life, nothing but in Krishna consciousness. Nothing but in divine God consciousness, out and out, in and out. Whether or not we directly understand about that, because our capacity of judgment or our capacity of consideration is also very limited. Okay, so whether or not we directly always understand that reality from the life of Paramahansa style, from the especially Paramahansa Avadhuta style, yet that is the fact. Whatever they do, however they live, their life and everything, all devoted to Krishna's interest. All for Krishna, in Krishna consciousness. In the black way, not only just black and white way, not black way, not only in black and white way, also colorful ways. They are colorful devotional ways, ways of colorful love services, different mellows, different tastes. So therefore, there is so much glories have been chanted, described, sung. And so much glories of the pure devotees have been described, chanted, sung all over holy scriptures by the words of many other pure devotees. Pure devotees sing the glories of other pure devotees of the Lord. And by that way they feel they are directly chanting and singing the glories of the Supreme Lord Himself. Supreme God Himself, Krishna Himself, Supreme Goddess, Srimati Radharani herself, in non-difference. Because glorifying their devotees means glorifying them. No real difference. Not glorifying only. Describing or singing the glories of their devotees means directly singing the glories of themselves. No real difference. Because while we are singing, while we are chanting and singing the lofty glories of the pure devotees, because they are devotees of the Lord, that's the cause. Because they are pure devotees, exalted devotees of the Lord, therefore we are singing their glories. So ultimately, singing the glories of the pure devotees, devoted lovers of Supreme God, or the unlimited oceans of love service to Supreme God and Goddess, devotion to God and God, meaning directly singing the glories of their lordships. Through Sambandha Jnana. So this is one such most important divine place. Tirtha, Mahatirtha in Hapaniya. Krishna, Radha, Krishna, Mahaprabhu. मद भक्त पूजापति का सर्वभूतेषु मन्मति हमार भक्तिर पूजा आमा होते उपाय हमार भक्तिर पूजा आमा होते उपाय এই প্রভু বেদে ভাগবতে কইলা ধর্ম Lord Krishna Himself says, in relation to me, worshipping my pure devotee is considered even greater than directly worshipping me. That's how I consider. Repeat. Let me repeat. Lord Supreme Lord says, I consider worshipping, that for you, worshipping my pure devotee is of greater value rather than directly worshipping me. Because I become more worshipped, more adored, while you adore and worship my devotees. Because after all, you are worshipping and adoring my devotees, my lovers. I feel so happy, so glad, so ecstatic, so blissful, so pleased with that worship, rather than you come to directly worship me. That is Supreme Lord's taste. He loves His lovers so much. Because Supreme Lord loves His lovers. He loves his devotees so much. This can only be understood and realized through high class Sambandha Jnanam. Lord Chaitanya, Lord Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu extensively spoke, explained, and also made Srila Sanatana Goswami Prabhu explain about Sambandha Vidha Prayojanam. So we find, especially in Sanatana Shiksha, we find Srimad Mahaprabhu's specific guidance, very special guidance, on the topics of Sambandha Vidha Prayojanam. Sambandhavi Deva Prayojanam. Sambandhavi Deva Prayojanam. I will join all of them in Sanskrit, that's how it's pronounced. Sambandhavi Deva Prayojanam together. Sambandhavi Deva Prayojanam. Sambandha means the world of divine relationship, the world of divine infinite or infinitely divine relationship between Supreme Lord and his devotees. Supreme Goddess, Supreme Lord Krishna and his devotees. Supreme Goddess Srimati Radhika and her devotees. Abhideva means, you all know, Abhideva means the real path, the practical means, the realistic means, the most practical and qualified means and path through which, upon understanding all our nature of relationships with our Supreme Lord, Supreme Divine God and Divine Goddess, then through which means, which way, through which process and path we need to approach that divine goal, transcendental goal. That's called Abhideva. The very process, system, to reach that goal. Abhideva. And then finally, Prayojanam. What is Prayojanam? The very goal itself. The very goal itself, which is finally meant to be finally attained. The very, very final goal, the very ultimate final goal. Prayojanam means the very ultimate final goal, which is finally meant to be finally attained. That is, to attain the divine God, Krishna, divine Goddess Srimati Radharani, with the attainment of their love divine, with the attainment of their pure devotional love, their pure loving devotional service in relation to them. That is Prayojanam. I repeat, Prayojanam. Prayojanam means the final attainment of the final ambrosial goal of our life, which is none other than Krishna Prema, Radha Krishna Prema, and their Nitya Prema Seva, the eternal engagement and the eternal love services, loving devotional services. So attainment of the divine couple, Mahaprabhu, through the engagement of the eternal love services. That is Prayojanam. So these three principles, these three fundamental principles must be present, must be received, must be embraced in the lives of higher devotees, pure devotees. Sambandha Sadhiju Prayojana. Therefore Mahaprabhu felt the special importance, special necessity to explain these three basic, three fundamental and high class principles, fundamental essential principles of devotional life, besides other fundamental and essential principles of life of pure devotion. Any other query? Any query related or unrelated? I mean directly related or not directly related, but still related passively from other field of spirituality. Yes.
I just want to know a little bit more about the place. It was like courtyard, and it was some of the buildings, or everything is new, or something is.
Yes.
How was it before?
Say again. Yeah.
Was this before in Sridhar Maharaja's time? It was a courtyard, and this was building.
These have been built and thereafter. During Srila Guru Maharaj's time, it was mostly mud house. But it's no ordinary mud house, because you know the nature of the soil of this, especially the Bardhaman district in West Bengal, is very special type. So in other words, here the soil is very stiff and strong type. So when you build up a mud house strongly, like using some tree trunks, big tree trunks as like inside the wall, and as the plinth, create the plinth foundation inside the wall, and they create the mud mixed with straws and other things throughout the time. So there is a process of creating the mud, okay, pressing and making it more, I would say, compost more with the rice straws and all. When the mud becomes prepared, okay, well prepared and very strong. So when, with the help of the tree trunks and specially prepared muds, we build up a mud house, it becomes very, very strong. So Srila Guru Maharaj, his family had a beautiful, strong mud house, well-built mud house. No ordinary mud house that some rain came, and as soon as rain fall, it will melt out. No, it's not like that, because wall was specially tempered. The mud was specially prepared, mixing with other rice straws and other compost. Then it has got a special toning, it's called toning up. Okay, the mud. In a way, then they use certain kind of colors, chemical colors, so that even if rain comes, touch the wall, it just goes away, it cannot go inside. Special coating is there, up on the top of the wall, so the rain cannot go in. And the wall becomes like at least this thick wall, not like this thick wall. So sometimes they can easily build 2-story, even 3-story.
So there was no ground for that story.
Yes. But Guru Maharaj ground floor and a little bit on the top of ground floor. All mud house, all filled with mud house, strong, well-built mud house, and on the top of that, some building was there, mud. Small mud house, but not complete first floor. Ground floor, not complete first floor, mostly first floor. But the first floor was not this low, high, or the high base, and thereafter prepared. So that during the rain cannot go up. So like this high, even it is higher than this. First, and then over on the top of that, main house, living house, the residential or kitchen houses, all. So the base was a bit high from the normal ground level.
Do you still remember where it was?
I did not see. I was not born. Maybe I was born in my last life. I have seen remember. So, in this life, I was not even born at that time. So, but yes, to your question, what I can say, I could remember in my childhood, once or twice I came. I could remember the bhagnavasas, the remnants of that house, remainings of that house. When I came, most probably with my parents, because they came to visit the holy birthplace of their Guru Maharaj. Their Guru Maharaj and their son, little boy came. So from that time, I remember about the remainings of that mud house over this place, but it became like kind of hilly type. It all broke down in course of time. All broke down, then became soil, hilly type, and some trees and flower trees, other forest trees are there. Nobody took care, so whole mud house actually. When I saw, whole mud house got somehow broken and some remains. Because what happened is, there was youngest brother built up his own house, concrete house, in a different place, and other brothers got settled down to their own places of government services, not here. So they're all Guru's brothers and sisters all got settled. They got settled down, they have their family lives from other places, not here. So nobody took care. Nobody took care of this mud house for many, many years, because it also is expensive. It was expensive to take care of every year, all this. So it got it got naturally neglected, because they had their own concrete houses. On different other places where they were engaged in government, they were having government services or doing business, more city area, the more city areas. And here it was not maintained properly, so slowly in course of time, natural way, dilapidated, how do you say dilapidated? And so I found some. I could remember some of the remains of some houses of Guru's parents' houses. It was looking, when I saw, it was looking like kind of, in some ways, on some portion there was some mud wall still standing, other portions all fell. Mud walls fell. The tree trunks and tree branches used inside the wall, they all scattered around on some portion of this land, some portion of the mud wall still standing, bearing some memories of the past in this way. Here and there, some flower plants, some trees, grasses scattered around. So there. And then, when Guru Maharaj decided to create a temple over here, then at some point all of them got cleaned, Okay, soil got clean, and then this temple was built afresh. But I wish I could have seen, or I could at least see some photographs, very old black and white photographs of Srila Guru Maharaj's original parents' residence, his own residence here. I wished it, but alas, didn't find any photographs of Guru Maharaj's houses. We have some old photographs of Srila Guru Maharaj with his brothers, old black and white photographs, family together, you remember. In Hapaniya, but not exactly the photos of his parents' residence. Beautiful mud house, strongly built mud wall, mud house with the rice straw roofs. The roofs made of rice straw and all. And the strength of the tree branches, big tree trunks and all, they used it strong. So sometimes they also use they made the roof that of certain type of tin, strong tin material. It's not a concrete roof, but some sort of steel, we call tin, or some sort of corrugate tin roof, made of iron, made of steel plate. Wonderful roof used to be prepared in those days. Okay? No matter how much storm and how much rain falls, even tormenting rain, what you call tormenting rain falls, no problem. Strong roof, but made of metal roof. So they had wonderful strong metal roof up on the top of the mud wall. And some portion of the roof of the mud houses were made of this much thick rice straw or wheat straws. So when this much thick, if all the water comes and there is a way how to do the rooftop, so rain cannot go inside. Before rain reaches inside, it was prepared in a more slanting fashion. So rain drops down, flows down easily. Any more questions? Other people? No. Yes, one more.
You have mentioned about mystic things that happened to Sridhar Maharaj before the Srila Prabhupada. Is there something that could be mentioned without disclosing?
If I disclose all, then there will be no special value of Guru Maharaj's biography.